What up, fam, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Dale. Jazz is not feeling well, and before we get into very much today, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified, because that bell ain't ringing, then your phone won't be seen. So if you don't see the parentheses on the outside of the bell, man, I miss baby her ling-a-ling-a-ling. Man, you won't be notified. We drop good eats like these. What's going on, fam? How y'all doing today? I am doing as good as I can be. Just separating the corn husk shells from my tamales. Let me tell you the spread we have today, fam. So we've got some tamales, two tamales. We've got some enchiladas, some beef enchiladas, beef tamales. Got a chimichanga, and we have a hard shell taco. Now, fam, I'm kind of hungry, so let me eat one of these tamales, see what they're hitting on. Then we can talk about our discussion today, because it is a pretty sensitive one. So, good. Well, while I am eating, fam, I can tell you about the experience that I've had so far with Munoz. This is a local Mexican restaurant. I put the air quotes because that word Mexican is sometimes insulting, because all Hispanic food isn't Mexican. So I just say Mexican in the air quotes because of that. But let me tell y'all, fam, they had A1 customer service. Y'all know most places stop taking orders after a certain time. And with Jazz not feeling well today, had to kind of change up what I was going to eat, because we had a meal planned together, and that didn't work out too well, because Bay's sick. Bay's sick, which, if you didn't know, Bay is Alex. Ooh, this tamale on hit. This tamale is good. I'm gonna have to try the shredded chicken next time. And, fam, they're not too far. Uh-oh. Put the wrong SD card in, so it's about to cut off. All right. So we back. But like I was saying, fam, you know, they already started the experience out pretty well, because I called, no lie, at 8:52, because I really was just curious as to what time they start taking to-go orders, because a lot of places around here, they don't take takeout orders after a certain time, even if they're not completely closed yet. Comment down below if places in your area do that too. Like, some places will close at 10 in these parts, and they'll stop taking to-go orders at 9. So that was part of the reason why I was calling, so I could know, like, the latest I could place to-go order next time. Her response was so funny that it kind of caught me off guard, because I was flustered and had to place my order real fast, because when I called and I asked, she told me, well, we close at 9, so we stopped taking to-go orders at 9. Y'all know your boy was lit, because if you didn't know, I love Hispanic food. Absolutely love it. Because everybody talks about soul food and stuff, but we said this in a previous video, soul food isn't relegated to like one particular race. Every race has their variation of soul food. But to me, I don't know about y'all, but to me, authentic Hispanic food, all that be soul food. Because if you've never cooked Hispanic food, then you don't know. But the majority of that food takes some time. So it's effort and soul put into it. As long as I took to eat, this hot taco, this did have some crunch to it. It gotta be made in-house. I was a little nervous, man, because I saw this food. I said, man, this gonna be a struggle. Because you know how when you're so hungry and then you take so long to eat, that's what this was. Because I really could have placed the order sooner, but I got lost in the menu because everything, well, since it's authentic Hispanic cuisine, everything on the menu jumped out to me. So I honestly was like a kid in a candy store. Ooh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Next time I'll probably get the plato munos, and something else. Hold on again, fam. If you didn't know that I was hungry, fam, you should be able to tell by this food if it can get gone. Now, although Taco Bell is typically one of my favorites, it's only because of the style of food it really is. So, when I can get some authentic food, bro, you best believe I'm with it. But I'm usually leery and skeptical of places, especially in Birmingham, because they don't be doing right. But Munoz, you guys' customer service and quality of food, yeah, I got y'all a forever customer. I didn't catch her name all the way. I think it was Catalina. If it's on my receipt, then I put it in the video as a shout out to you, because she was so sweet. She could have shut down before your boy got there. She could have not taken your boy's order. Anything. But that's that customer service, fam. How have y'all been doing today? I know I haven't given you a bite, so have at it. Have y'all a good bite of that enchilada. Because yes, Taco Bell is good at times, but it's just some items that you cannot get. I might do a Taco Bell versus authentic Mexican one day. Just to show you guys the difference for those of you that haven't actually visited an authentic Mexican cuisine establishment. And after we finish this enchilada, we'll start with our discussion of the day. I just had to get some food in my belly. And talk about my experience and my impressions so far. But I must say, I have not a complaint as of yet. And they're really not over the top, fam. Oh, I don't think I told you guys I had rice and beans when I said what all I had to eat either. But we got rice and beans. Too soft by now. Normally you can pick a chimichanga up. However, waiting to eat it last pretty much almost and letting it sit on top of the rice and the beans, that's my fault that I can't pick it up. But still gonna get 8. Gotta spread this sour cream out. How's everyone's week been going? Mine has been crazy and hectic. So today, fam, we're gonna talk about me having 2 dads. Yes, you heard that right. 2 dads. And I ain't talking about a stepdad and being my dad. I'm talking about 2 biological dads. And that homemade salsa, fam, A1. So my whole life, my mom presented 2 gentlemen to me as my father. Hold on, I'll get back that point just a second. So my entire life, my mother presented 2 gentlemen to me as my father. You had Walter and you had James. Now these guys were amazing men. So when you hear my story, don't discredit them nor take anything away from them because they did the best they could. I've already told you guys about my mom and her habit. So with these gentlemen, they sadly were 2 pawns on the chessboard. When one wouldn't do, she tried to go to the other. And usually I couldn't see either of them if she wasn't getting money. But neither of them ever really made me feel some type of way because of the fact of what was going on behind the scenes with my mother. But instead, they went above and beyond as to do what they could for both of them to be in my life. Now James, when I would usually see James, my mom would be around. So Walter wouldn't get called as much when I would see James, when I would go visit him. However, when I would visit Walter though, Walter would call James to let him know that he had me. James would come visit. Sometimes James would even spend the night so that they could both spend time with me. Because neither of us 3 knew who my real dad was. So neither of them wanted one to have more time just in case the other was. And I know most of you guys out there are probably like, well, that's what DNA tests are for. Y'all should have got a DNA test. This, that, and third. But the thing was with them, they were like, why put me through that when neither of them had a problem with the other being there, and they both stepped up to the plate as much as they could. Now, although most people are rarely able to have one father present in their life, here I am with two. And you think that it'd be all peaches and cream, but sadly that made things worse as far as for me and my mental. Because like I said, they both were amazing and great men. However, knowing how they were getting done, how they were getting treated, it kind of had me a little distant. Not from them, but from the families. Because I didn't want anyone to feel like I was only here for some money. As well as the affection tip. Now, knowing who my biological dad really was, it created a massive disconnect and divide. So much so now, like I have siblings on both of my dad's side of the family that I talk to, but I don't talk to. If you know what I'm saying. I have no problem with them. And I talk to them all day long, visit all day long, spend the night, do whatever now in the present if I could. But just going years without talking, like, y'all know how you talk to people and you build bonds and relationships. I didn't talk to them on the phone often because both of them lived in different cities. So I didn't talk on the phone very often. And that is kind of what made that divide greater. And that's part of the reason why I go hard as I do for my kids. Because although I had dads there, I didn't have an active father in my life. And the males in my lives, they were the uncles on my mom's side, they were rather there because they were criminals. And that's not throwing shade, that's just keeping it 100. My uncle could not stay out of prison. So I grew up having to learn what male role models and male influences was. I had to live vicariously through TV. Steve Harvey was one of the biggest influencing factors in my life. I used to watch the Steve Harvey show faithfully. Now see how he interacted with the kids. And things like that in my head, they kind of taught me the inner workings of how to be a man. Because the influence and guidance that he was giving the show, although he was giving it to his students in the show, I take lessons from a lot of that. Better something than nothing, right? This was too good, fam. But my growth track as a male, it had nothing to do with my mom's family for real. Because a lot of the things that went on in my mom's family, the man I became and the things that I did, I really did a lot of that in spite of. Because I refused. I have uncles out here that have buku children. When I say buku, I mean buku. More than 20 for one person. But ask me how many of their lives he's in. So that's not the kind of thing that I want my children to grow up and think is okay. That's not the kind of thing that I want my children to grow up and be influenced by. Because it's wrong. Especially if you know where they are. You're co-located with them. And you still make no efforts. I'm good. That's a big part of who I am. My two fathers. So although I've talked about it in this video, I'll probably do a separate story time. So I can just really sit down and talk. But you guys enjoyed the video, fam. Especially as much as I enjoyed eating it. I'm talking refried beans, lettuce. Y'all want to live by this chimichanga? Okay. Let me stuff it. So we can get y'all a bite, fam. Have some. Yum, yum. Oh, excuse me. Man, you disrespectful piece of chicken. And again, I say, thank you, Munoz. Because this was well needed. A little bit of comfort. Because being honest, fam, I'm grown. I'm a grown man, so I can effectively display and convey my emotions. I cry a lot. Not a whole lot, but at least once or twice a week about my dads. Because both of them passed when I was in my teens still. So I never really got that chance to develop that bond and relationship with them outside of what I knew as a child. So that hurts me a lot. Because a lot of the things that I did, a lot of the things that I accomplished, they didn't get to see them. Be it because they were passed away, or not being able to be around because they weren't supporting a habit. I hope it's not too quiet for you, fam, but can I just enjoy these last few bites with no talking? Cause that was a wound. Cause see, I just cried about this Sunday. I don't think I'm ready to cry yet again. But I have to talk about it because there could be a young man out there like myself who didn't have a father present and has no idea on what they're doing in order to maneuver life as a budding young man and as a growing adult. So I have to tell my story. I have to tell my truth, because there's no telling who it can't help. Because all the things that I've accomplished, to be honest, outside of my kids, it really don't mean nothing, because I ain't get to share none of it with my parents. And when I say parents, I mean my dads. And don't think I'm not being graceful. Don't think I'm not being grateful for all the accomplishments that I have and the things that I've done. But it's just, in life, most of the things that you do to make your parents' name look good. You do to make your parents and the way they raised you shine above all else. Or you do it in spite of. I did in regards to spite of, with me doing it in spite of my family. I really would have loved to share that with my dad. Well, I hope you were able to enjoy this video, pull something out of this video, because that was my goal. But as one of me and Jaz's favorite comedians, Country Wayne, says, let that sizzle in your spirit. I had 2 dads and still had no dad, by no fault of my own. You know how much that hurts? Because I really, I really and truly love both of my dads. So honestly, I love and appreciate both of them, and I wouldn't want either to have been disappointed to know they weren't my dad. So the whole DNA thing, it really was like a gift and a curse, because I was blessed with 2 great men, but I still didn't know. Most people may say blood doesn't matter, especially when you have a situation like I had. But you can't tell your brain that. Because for me, I wouldn't be the man I am today without both of them being there. Without both of those men showing me that men don't have to bicker. Men don't have to argue. Even on something that deep, to have 2 men that are willing to accept not knowing and still step up to the plate, that speaks volumes about their characters. Because while I had 2 great dads, I was robbed of a family. One of them passed on my 16th birthday, and the other passed right after I graduated basic training. The first time I wore my dress blues Went to my dad's funeral, like at an actual event. Fam, I'm gonna finish this water, and I'm finna go somewhere and cry. Just being honest. So, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share, because sharing is caring. Comment down below because we talk back. Until next video, fam. Love you guys.